Good morning. How's everyone doing today? It is currently January the 5th, and our crippling ice storm has officially arrived in the Kansas area and Missouri, and conditions are only going to continue to deteriorate throughout the day today. At the recording of this video, 9:19 a.m., conditions all night long have been deteriorating, but we're really starting to see those blizzard conditions really pumping in now through the Kansas City area, Topeka, Manhattan, Junction City, and these conditions are going to begin to bomb out eastward into Missouri later on this afternoon, with blizzard conditions getting worse, whiteout conditions, snow. There's already reports of car wrecks all over the place this morning. It's just an absolute mess. We're going to jump over to the models right now and kind of dive into a couple different situations that could be involving over the next couple of days, as we have multiple snowstorms now that could hit the south with potential temperature battles leading to a significant ice storm in North Texas. Alrighty, now jumping over the GFS. Y'all can see right here, this is going to be our precipitation type. Blue is going to be snow, and this is going to be pretty much freezing rain and ice in the purple and kind of orangish areas, and then obviously rain in the green areas. This is going to be our low pressure system sitting over Oklahoma right about now, but things are really going to continue to bomb out. This system is going to continue to track east over really the next couple of hours, and I think it's going to be out of Kansas completely by mid-Monday, almost Monday morning, and pretty much out of Missouri. So it's going to be a pretty fast-moving system, but the reason the totals are so high is because it's a very intense system. Blizzard conditions, snowfall, and ice accumulation rates at more than 1 to 2 inches, and this is going to continue moving over to the East Coast. And by midday Monday, this system's really going to get cranking in the Ohio Valley. This is going to be just north of Tennessee, maybe parts of northeastern Tennessee. It's really going to be a temperature battle. May see some freezing rain briefly. Carolinas, unfortunately, y'all are most likely going to miss out on this. Moving up to Kentucky. Kentucky is going to be dealing with a freezing rain and ice accumulation system situation, and this is going to be moving out to the Virginia area as well, West Virginia, and eventually making its way up to Pennsylvania as well with some snow accumulation. Alrighty, now jumping over to our total ice accumulation forecast. The GFS and the Euro are pretty similar. The Euro's a little more widespread, a little bit more southern as far as the ice accumulation goes, but going through the Missouri area, when it's all said and done at this point, another half an inch of ice, not out of the question. This is going to be moving, like I said, into the Kentucky area, where pretty much anyone in Kentucky is going to experience at least a quarter of an inch of ice. Southern Kentucky picking up on a little bit less. And then, south tips of Indiana, potentially Illinois picking up on a quarter to half an inch of ice. And this is going to continue to move over to West Virginia, and Virginia as well, picking up as much as a quarter and half an inch in ice as well. Alrighty, jumping over to the southern plains to Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana, and beyond. This is going to be another area that we really have to watch for moving forward here over the next couple of days into the next week or two, because I think we could have not only one, but potentially two in the medium to short term winter storms down here. Is it going to be a full on-out blizzard? As of right now, I don't think so. There's more agreement within the models that there's going to be some type of temperature battle down here, but still take it with a grain of salt, because the models have still kind of been all over the place. There's still some disagreement in every single run, and as we take this forward in time, you'll notice we're going to go to about January, right about here, January the 9th, you'll notice moisture continuing to build into the southern plains. We got a low pressure system down here, formed in the Gulf of Mexico, our cutoff low. And then things really start to get ramped up here around January the 10th in the later half of the day. You can see right here, all this green is going to be rain, all this blue is going to be snow, and pink's going to kind of be ice. So this is going to be a temperature battle, and this is why I think we could be dealing with more of an ice issue with this first system coming through Texas than snow, what we originally thought. Like I said, it is still a little bit early, so we'll have to see potentially some snow getting into the DFW area, and it's really not until about January the 13th going into pretty much the 14th here, and then the 15th. All right, about January the 15th, Wednesday, this is when our next system is really going to get pumping. The GFS model likes the idea of another storm system under the cutoff low forming down here in the Gulf of Mexico. Another plunge of cold Arctic air coming down here, and this one seems a lot more robust than the other systems. You'll notice a lot darker shades. Take this with a grain of salt, though. This is still very far out. This is, well over 232 hours out, but if this would play out, this would be very bad. I mean, we're talking about a low pressure system, a 991 bombing out down here. I mean, we've got crippling ice and snow going through Louisiana, but like I said, still very far out. Alrighty, and just kind of give you an idea of what the models are showing right now. This is the latest GFS run for potential ice accumulation as well for northern Texas. You can see maybe a trace for the first system, and then as the second system comes in, I mean, boom, just a massive, potentially massive ice storm, potentially, because like I said, this is still far out. This model picking up over 1 inch ice, I mean, this is out in La La Land. So if this did happen, though, this would definitely be a very bad situation. Alrighty, and here's our total snowfall predictions with the GFS run as well. Like I said, take this with a grain of salt because there's going to be most likely a temperature battle as of right now in northern Texas, but the GFS model likes the idea in the DFW area picking up on half a foot of snow. Do I think we'll get to that much snow? Still unsure right now. Is it possible? It is possible. It's just really going to depend on the time of day it comes because throughout the rest of the week, our daytime highs are definitely going to heat up back to or above freezing. So anything that has fallen overnight, obviously, will have time to melt, and anything that tries to fall during the daytime is really going to be more the form of freezing rain and very cold rain and potentially ice buildup because we're just not quite at that frozen level cold enough for snow. Alrighty, and just to kind of show y'all and give y'all an idea of how much disagreement there is still in the model runs. Here's the Euro, right, compared to the GFS for total snowfall for our first storm system coming to the south, and I mean, wow, like massive difference, right? Like GFS had it a lot further north and a lot more mixed precipitation. The Euro's going, no, we're going all out. We're going to have a 14, 15 plus inch winter storm coming through Dallas. And remind y'all that the Euro the other day was actually further north with a little bit lighter total. So now the GFS is. So like I said, y'all can see that uncertainty. Don't let anybody show you these crazy weather models and say, hey, this is exactly what's going to happen, and only show one model run because that's just not good. It's not good forecasting. Just to look at one model, you got to compare all the model runs and get kind of your mean, your kind of average. And we use our national blend of models as well to kind of work out that mean, which at this point, they are showing a signal. They've been showing a signal for at least a couple inches in the Dallas area at the very least. So yeah, it's really going to come down to, are we going to have that temperature battle? How much moisture is going to be available in the timing of the system? Alrighty, and here is the total ice accumulation for the Euro. And you'll notice for this first system coming in, the Euro, like I said, it's more widespread. I think it has a temperature battle a lot more further south. So we're going to get that freezing line. This is what the Euro's saying. We're going to get that freezing Arctic air that's going to come down a little bit further, but that battle zone's going to be a lot more bigger. So that's where it's saying, that's why we have a lot more total ice accumulations. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more moisture to the south. The Euro model is a little more bullish on a lot more moisture to begin with. So like I said, if this played out true, we would be looking at almost half an inch of ice near the Austin area, San Angelo out here, half an inch of ice, DFW, maybe pick it up on a trace, because like I said, Euro showed mostly snow up there, so wouldn't be dealing with too much of an ice situation at that point. I'm going to the Texarkana area, Shreveport, half an inch, over half an inch, moving into southern Arkansas. Like I said, take these totals with a grain of salt, though. All right, and last but not least, here's the Icon model. The Icon model actually shows a lot of snow, a lot further south, almost getting down to pretty much the I-10 corridor in the Houston area. It once dropped 6-7 inches of snow in Austin and San Antonio. I'm not really buying this one, at least this run with the Icon model right now. It seemed to be doing a pretty good job the last couple model runs, but I think this is taking at least actual snowfall totals a little bit too far south as far as that accumulation goes. I think if we see anything this far south, it's going to be freezing rain, ice accumulation. Could there be a couple snow flurries? It's definitely possible it happens in the nighttime. Like I said, the time of day is going to be the biggest key factor when the system comes in, because it's got to make all the difference. If it comes in at night when temperatures are below freezing all the way down here near I-10, then sure, I mean, you could definitely see a little bit of snow during the nighttime hours, but if it comes in during the daytime, I mean, it's just going to be a messy cold rain. Alrighty, and last thing I want to touch on in today's video is the severe weather risk, because even with all this winter weather going on, we still do have a real severe weather risk, believe it or not, in the Dixie Valley area. Yes, while we're having blizzard conditions in Kansas, we could see potentially tornadoes in Louisiana, Mississippi, and southeastern Arkansas. Not only could we see tornadoes, but the potential for a strong, long-track, isolated tornado is not out of the question. The National Weather Service has already issued an enhanced risk, a level 3 out of 5 for this whole area for portions of northeastern Louisiana, parts of Mississippi, Arkansas, and southwestern Tennessee. And this is going to be driven by a 10% hatched area for significant long track tornadoes. And this is going to be from the front. So we're going to have, moisture being drawn from the Gulf of Mexico meeting up with this cold, dry air. And things are really just going to get spinning in the atmosphere here as we move forward in time. And you'll notice about 11 a.m. Central Time, we've already have some discrete cells kind of popping up in Louisiana, probably severe by probably 1 o'clock, and it's really going to be any of these discrete cells that can get going ahead of this front, ahead of this main line. Because if they don't, then the opportunity to see a long track tornado really falls off, and it's just going to be more embedded rotation within the line. Because this line's moving pretty fast, so it's really going to eat up anything in front of it. And there's going to be a limited window. It's really going to be a small window for these storms to form. And we continue to push this forward. You can say potential supercells right in front of this main line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously, take the exact location with a grain of salt. But I think the biggest time frame of when y'all could see potential severe weather is going to be between about the 1, 3 p.m. time frame to about 6 to 8 p.m. time frame. It's really going to be out of y'all neck of the woods, though, by 8 o'clock dying down in Mississippi near Jackson. Like I said, anywhere between about 12 p.m. Central Time to about 7 p.m. Central Time is going to be the window. Like I said, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I appreciate y'all watching. Kind of wanted to break everything down. Sorry if everything was all over the place in this video. A lot of stuff going on right now, getting prepared for the potential winter storm up here in the Dallas area as well. They're already treating the roadways up here. I've already seen salt on the freeway, so it's good to see them getting prepared. It's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared and be caught off guard. So with that being said, if you like the video, guys, definitely like it. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, question, concerns below, and I will see y'all in the next video.